Come out to the bar.
In that case, we're gonna say it like this. Hello, YouTube. Cheers, and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Check it out. We were gonna do a long-awaited City Wrecking Wednesdays. I know y'all been waiting for it. But today, we're still gonna bring it to you. Listen, we're still gonna bring it to you, but not today. Thanks to Marquise Smith. Salute to you, Marquise Smith. That's your shout out. We decided to push this topic up to today, and that is, was 50 Cent disrespectful or overboard in his statements about Rick Ross while he was on his proverbial deathbed? Okay? That's today's question. He was about as nonchalant as you are right now, man.
I mean,
are 50 Cent's
we talk
Ross comments
is 50 Cent disrespectful?
Respectful. Hey, that's the question.
Is that a oxymoron or something? What do you call that right there?
The trick question?
Is 50 Cent disrespectful? Like, what are you talking about? Is Michael Jordan dunked the ball? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, is it overboard?
Let's go.
With that being said, let go.
Come out to the box, boy.
Got your clothes out the bar.
I didn't tell the nigga to use the drugs. Jesus Christ. Nah, man, this guy 50, boy. That's that boy, man. That's Southside Jamaica, Queens at its finest, man. It don't get no more gully. Y'all know that about Fifth.
He said it's about when the lemon pepper came out.
Like,
I mean, just being jovial and joking about the man's life.
One thing that's remained consistent about 50 is that, well, I won't even say because he's actually mended some relationships that he's had, with dudes he's had problems with, namely Jada Kiss, Fat Joe. They get along now. The Rick Ross thing, yeah, I don't ever see that getting better. And that's just one of those things. When you're on 50's other side of it, where he, looks at you as an op. Ja Rule. It's pretty much for life. We know that about 50. People have tried to take his life several times. He's had, attempts on his life. So when you come at him a certain way, we know that, if anything, we know about 50 Cent that it goes beyond the wax. Like, if he said fuck you on the record, then when you see him, it's fuck you and whatever comes with that. So, 50 being disrespectful, that's like the sun coming up in the morning. It's just pretty probable.
Damn!
Going too far? I don't think so. And I might stand. I could be the unpopular one in this one. Like I side with 50 in this one. What at this point is going too far? We're talking about a beef.
Talk about the beef.
It's gotten physical at times.
With Ross?
Hey.
With Ross?
Ross is camp.
Camp into this.
I mean?
Somebody's about to die. You talking
camp.
about it got physical.
I don't know.
You gotta make that distinction. Was that Ross that got physical?
If your cousin come at me,
that's him.
If your goon come at me,
when I'm dying, that's him.
Hey, fuck all of y'all over there. Like, man, I don't know.
You've been cursing a lot on the show lately. Yeah, I can tell. That's how I know. So you've been going down the wrong path.
Kids,
the same path that 50's going
kids
down.
Don't say what I say. This is a grown-up adult show though. But kids don't say what I say. But yeah, like, if it's forget me. If it's
gotta get your water in, man. That's how you stay out the hospital.
If you don't like me, I don't like. It's just very simple with this. And the thing about this is, Everybody wants to say, oh, he's going too far. Oh, should he have said that? I think it might have been Doggy Diamond. One of them say, you know, it might not have been Doggy Diamond's site, but one of them say, you know, we should pray for Rick Ross and this and that. And I found that to be funny because what comes to my mind is that this is somebody who names their albums and says in his records, God gives, God forgives, and I don't. Rick Ross, that is. So this is somebody who's told you that, you know, when it's on, and God forgive. God may be forgiven, but he's not as a human being. So expecting the person that you are at odds with or have problems with or have beef with and that's turned physical, there's been bloodshed, then expecting him to be forgiven or for him to be have an extra sensitive level when you're down or when your health is not at top form, then you're kind of asking of a lot. You're like, that's, you know, this is real life. Everything is not black and white. Everything is not all good all the time. Everybody's not happy all the time. The sun is not always shining all the time. These are real emotions. This is real life. These are real colors that happen in life. And, you know, so to ask him to be sensitive of Rick Ross, did he have to come out and maybe share the fact that it's a joke to him or it's not as serious?
So
I think that's 50 being 50. 50's using what he's doing what he always done, turning whatever negative or whatever, you know, and flipping it to his favor or whatever. So people laugh and say, oh, this nigga's a... I think he knows whatever he gets off of that, it stirs up something. And this is what 50's always done. So if you say, oh, he's a bad guy, you calling 50 Cent a bad guy? Wow, that's something new. It's not nothing new to him. If you say, oh, you know, he's went too far, come on, man. Like I said, this is somebody who got shot in the head. His mother was murdered. You know,
so this is the deal.
Going too far to him, what does that mean anyway? Like,
so this is the deal with that. Like you said, he's got shot 9 times. He was shot in the head. Many of those shots.
Too far.
His mother got shot as well.
It's killing.
He's had a hard life. There's something called PTSD. People who live a life like that, no matter how much money he makes, no matter how many drinks he sells, no matter how many TV shows he creates, you can tell that someone's internally not okay when they can't let things go, or when it's called PTSD, right? It eats at him and it lashes out in places where sometimes it's unnecessary. Now, the idea is, oh, did he go too far? The question is, did he go too far? And I say yes, simply because human life has intrinsic values. For me, as a Christian, the human life has intrinsic value. If that person, I don't believe in the death penalty because I don't think that we have the right to take a human life, only God does. So put someone in jail for life, I'm all for it. When someone is dying, that life, even that life, and their friend attacked you sometime at the BET Awards and you stomped him out, you already won that fight. You already won that fight. To come out and laugh when you hear, let me read this. They said he boo-booed on himself. The caller of the ADV, he's just nodding his head, sat up still. The rescue 97 no longer.
That's pretty funny.
And we're hearing exactly what the first responders are saying to someone who's dying. And you think it's funny? I hear you. It's only funny because these people aren't real to us. These people are some sort of entertainer over there. The truth is, if that was anybody who I knew, that's not so funny when we hear it. It's an actual human life that even if you don't like him, even I have somebody named, you know exactly who I mean. If I was to hear that he was on his deathbed dying in pain, it wouldn't be a funny thing to me. I don't know that I would be like, well, I'm gonna go help him out or whatever, but I do know that even the fact that what he's going through and then what his parents are going through at that time, it's not that funny to me. I only make a joke of it if I don't see that person as a human being. But I'm gonna get past that. Why is it too far for 50 Cent? Number one, it's petty. He's bigger than that. You're bigger than this. I mean, it's petty to the point where when someone is dead, they've already paid the price. Whatever beef you had, what is the beef you had with him? He's already paid the price when he's going through it on his deathbed. What more are you gonna stab and injure? What more sting can you really bring by saying, who's gonna clean that up? Because somebody pooed on themselves. Or talking about if he dies, he just dies. It was not just that comment, if he dies, he just dies. It was literally him laughing at the people in the ambulance. So that's number one, it's petty. Number two reason why it's over the top is because when someone is dead or dying, they can't defend themselves. It's too easy to get jabs at people whose hands are tied behind their back. It don't make you hard. It's too easy to talk about Tupac and say he lied on TV and cry about it on the radio, Funkmaster Flex, when the person is dead, because he cannot defend himself. That's just the second part of it. It's wrong. It's wrong on every level. Number three, I like what Doggy Diamond said when he said, what are they really enemies about? These words, oh, bump you, F you, this and that, like, is that worth it? I doubt it, man. We're gonna make this one short, but that's all I gotta say is those three reasons. Did he do something to your moms or did he do something to your family? Nah, it's just rap beef. Get over it. It's petty, number one, and number two, and when someone is dead, they cannot defend themselves, so it's intrinsically wrong. Not to mention the fact all life matters. Not that way, but you know what I mean.
One, he's not dead. Rick Ross is actually...
Or dying, I said.
So, and, you know...
If they're dying, they can't defend themselves either.
Here, me personally, I don't have an interest in either one. I'm just...
I guess neither of us do.
Debating with Bruce about this situation. I actually happen to like both of them as artists. Again, did he go too far? I don't feel so. Do I have an appreciation and a value for human life? Sure I do. To a certain extent. As every human being, I think, should. Or unless you're that empathetic of just human life. Or you're that...
Unless you're a sociopath.
Unless you're just that empathetic.
Or you're suffering from PTSD, all the things he's been through in his life. You don't
necessarily have to be suffering from anything. If when the guy that shot up the church...
He's suffering from a lot.
If he dies tomorrow, I don't necessarily... You know, you may say a prayer for him, but I don't necessarily know that we feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go and tell jokes about him either.
You know, there was a pastor by the name of Eddie Long who was, you know, noted and documented for playing with little boys and having sex with little boys. And the thing about it was that, he ended up dying. And as you said, you know, he's played the ultimate price.
Yeah, they paid the ultimate price.
But I don't feel if somebody decided to come out and say, yeah, he was wearing them tight shirts and them pictures that he sent the little boys, I'm not. Oh, they went too far. It's not too far. The guy lived.
Yeah, but that's my third point is, like Doggy Diamond said, what are they really enemies for? Did Rick Ross really screw little boys, or did he hurt your moms or your family? You're talking about simple, stupid rap.
You tried. He tried at the BET Awards.
Wow. Listen, people, we're leaving the comments up to you. What do you think, man? Was it too far? Is it justified? Is it necessary? Is it unnecessary? Leave those comments right down there. Marquise, you already know, man. I want to know what you have to say now. You heard what we have to say. You heard the disagreement. You heard the debate. Who won the debate? I think I have my points in a row here. I think it's pretty obvious. But...
Nah, we didn't feel sorry. Bin Laden died, you know, we don't feel sorry.
Rick Ross did not blow up the Twin Towers now. Come on, man. We're exaggerating.
Nah, no doubt.
He's just a rapper, bro.
Nah, facts, though. Where'd he get his name from?
He lied. He's a liar. That's not That's not the death penalty. Come on, people. Listen, a couple shout outs and we're out of here, man. Happy Wednesday to all of you guys. Number one, Toot Pacino. He said he's ready for that interview. And you know what? We're ready to give it to you. Everything's taking a longer time. We have a whole list of people. You guys don't forget, we're still coming back. Thank you, Toot Pacino. Hope you subscribe, man. Ricky Gerard, new subscriber. Salute. Marquis Smith, of course, we talking about you today. And that's it for today, people. I hope you enjoyed the basement. Y'all tell us down there what you think, man. Buy them beats.
Let us know.
Get it out.
Fifth go too far, or, you know. Is it just regular? And Rick Ross, he deserved what he got. He didn't forgive. Why should anybody else?
The basement.
Let's get it. We off this.
Peace.